So the pentatonic shape, especially this one, right, is like one of the first things that we learn when we start playing lead, right? And sometimes it's really hard to get out of there. What I want to talk about today is how to play those same notes like in a different position. So this is the pentatonic scale, or the pentatonic shape in D minor that most of us know. What if we rearrange that to play this note right here, instead of we do it. And then it becomes a matter of just repeating the same pattern the next octave. So what we have is, to me it sounds much smoother than this. Compare. The idea basically came about looking at certain jazz fusion guitar players like Alan Holdsworth. Although I don't know what he's doing, I can see that he always stretches his hand, or he was doing. I can see that he will always do these amazing stretches, and well, looking at that, I was like, okay, how do I get a sound like that? At least in the way the legato worked. Back to the example. This becomes this. There was a bad note there, but you get the idea. So I can do the stretch version much smoother than the other version. It sounds different. It has a different sound, and I can play it faster and cleaner. Another example that I want to give is something that I think I heard from Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson has these descending runs that are on a pentatonic scale, I believe, and he goes okay, and I find that finger rolling right there, if I can avoid it, I will try to come up with a way of avoiding it, unless I want that sound, because this gives you, when you do this, it's kind of hard to avoid the two notes ringing at the same time. So let's talk about the next pattern. The next pattern is, so the way I rearrange the notes, instead of playing it here with the same finger, I play it with the other finger, with my middle finger, or this finger. But the other thing that I changed is, instead of going from the index finger going back to this by rolling the finger, play this note here with my pinky. So what I have now is, so what I've done is I've avoided playing with the same finger when I move to the next string. That's one. And the other thing that I'm doing is play one more note on the next string that I go to. So instead of, I do, and maybe it's going to be a little hard to get used to at the beginning, but it'll allow you to play faster, believe me.